Okay. So in last class you learned how to create what login, how to create login. So we created one login. Once again, I'll show that how to create login. So just remove the existing login, Naresh. Okay. Okay. How to create login? To create the login, just go to this. There is a security folder. Expand the security folder. Logins. Right click. Select new login. Enter login name. Login name is Nourish. And SQL Server authentication 123. Password is 123. And also 123. And user must change password at next login. No, I don't want to change the password at next login. So click OK. When you click OK, a login is what? Created. The login is created. Then next. But using this login, can we connect it to SQL Server? Let's connect it to SQL Server using this login. This login is newly created now. So using this login, I want to connect it to what? SQL Server. Now, Naresh, what the password is? 123. Click what? Connect. Connected. But connected. But can he access the database? No, he cannot access what? Database. So what it is saying? Database DB 6 PM is not accessible. So he can connect to the server, but he cannot access what? Database. To access database, okay, to access the database, then the login must be associated with what? Login. Login must be associated with a user in database. Okay, now then now let's see this. Next, what we'll do? Create one user. Listen this. Create one what's it? User. Create user in what? DB 6 PM. Create the user in DB 6 PM. Associate the user with login Naresh. Okay, na? Then so how to create user in DB 6 PM? Expand DB 6 PM. In DB 6 PM, there is a what? In DB 6 PM, there is a security. Expand this security. In the security, there is a folder called what? Users. There is a called users. So in DB 6 PM, there is a security. Expand security. There is a users. Right click the user. Select what? New user. Select new user. When you select new user, then it is asking what's the user name. What the username is? Suppose I'm giving some username. Username is what's it? Vijay. Next one. It is asking login name. What the login name is? Naresh. Login is Naresh. That means login Naresh associated with what? User Vijay in DB 6 PM database. In DB 6 PM database, login Naresh is associated with user Vijay. Now Naresh can access DB 6 PM database or not? Now he can access DB 6 PM database or not? Yes, because he is associated with what? User Vijay. Now let me create this. Okay. Then now next to let's again open SQL Server Management Studio. Open SQL Server Management Studio. Then so Naresh 123. Click connect. Now so let's access this database. Now you can access. Now it's not saying database DB 6 PM is not accessible. Sir, okay na? Understood? Then now you can access the database. Now open the database. Open the database means new query. Open the database, new query. Then so now you can execute the queries on database. You can access database now. Yes or no? Now you can execute the queries on database. Yes. So in DB 6 p.m. there is a table, EMP table is there. Every day we are using now. Yes or no? In DB 6 p.m. there is a table, EMP table. What user is trying? User is trying what's it? Select star from select star from EMP. Select star from EMP is accessing EMP table. When is accessing EMP table, what SQL server is saying? Select permission was what? Denied on object what's it? EMP. Select permission was denied on object EMP. Why? Why it is giving error? Why it is giving error? Now, let's see. Once again, just listen this carefully. Like said, after installation of SQL server, after installing SQL server, one login is created automatically. What is the login? After installation, one login is created automatically. What is the login? SA. SA login is created automatically. Next, whenever you create a database, when you create a database, like suppose DB 6 p.m., when you create the database, inside the database, one user is created automatically. What that username is? DBO. Listen this. So when you install SQL server, one login is created automatically. What the login is? SA. And whenever you create a database, in database one user is created. What that user is? DBO, database owner. One user is created, DBO. And this DBO is associated with which login? Every user is associated with login. So this DBO is associated with which login? SA login. Okay na? This SA login. Understood? Then so this is created automatically. User is also created automatically. This user is associated with SA login. Now till today, what is the login we use it? SA login. You created the tables now. EMP table, department table, customer table. You created number of tables. But what is the login we use it? SA login. SA login means who is the user? SA login means who is the user? User is what? DBO. User is DBO. Now all the tables comes under EMP table, department table, student table, customer table. All the tables comes under which user? DBO user, because we use it SA login. SA login means user is DBO. And yesterday or today we created a separate login. What is the login you created? Naresh. After creating this login, in DB 6 p.m. you created one user. What is the user you created? Vijay. And this Vijay is associated with Naresh login. Sir, okay na? Understood? Then in today's class, you created one login Naresh, and under DB 6 p.m. you created one user Vijay. Vijay is associated with Naresh login. Next, so you are executing a command. Who is executing this command? Not DBA here. Who is executing? Okay na? Naresh. Naresh login. Naresh login means Vijay. So don't confuse. If any confusion, just what's it? User name. Select user name. So Vijay. Select username is what's it? Vijay. So this is user Vijay. Okay na? Then okay. This is Vijay. Next, one more is there. What is this is? This is what's it? SA. One second. Sir, here, one second. This is what? Just I opened two SQL Server Management Studios. One is of what user DBO. Another one is of what, sir? User Vijay. So left side is what? Left side is what? Left side is DBO. Right side is Vijay. Sir, okay now? Now, next, what Vijay is trying, Vijay is executing this command, select star from EMP, then it is giving error, select permission denied. Tell me why. Why it is giving this select permission was denied? Why it is giving? The reason is, who is the owner of this EMP table? DBO. Who created this EMP table? DBO. Who is accessing this EMP table? Vijay is accessing. Created by DBO, accessed by Vijay. That's why it is giving what's her error. Select permission was denied. Tables created by one user cannot be accessed by another user, even though they belong to the same database. I cannot access your tables. You cannot access my tables unless you have what's her permissions. Okay, na? Now Vijay wants to access EMP table. Vijay wants to access EMP table because he has got some work. He wants to work with the EMP table. If he wants to access EMP table, what DBO has to do? DBO has to give permissions. Yes or no? Okay, na? Sir, Vijay wants to access this EMP table. If Vijay wants to access this EMP table, DBO has to give permissions. Okay, na? Then, so once permissions are given, then so Vijay can access the EMP table. How to give the permissions? For giving the permissions, we use one command. That command is called grant command. To give the permissions, we use one command. What that command is called? Grant command. Then how to write? See this. Grant what's that? Select, insert, update, delete on which table? EMP table. To which user? Vijay user. Who is granting? DBO. DBO granting permissions on EMP table to Vijay. After executing this command, Vijay can access EMP table. Vijay can access EMP table or not? Yes. So let me run this. Commands completed what's it? Successfully. Permissions are given to Vijay. Now let's see Vijay can access this table or not. Yes. Now it's not giving error. It is showing the EMP table data. Yes or no? Then. Sir, okay. Now how to give the permissions? By using grant command. Okay. Then. So now EMP table is shared by two users. Two users sharing EMP table. Who are the two users? DBO and Vijay. Both users are sharing EMP table. Sir, two tables are one table. One table. One table is shared by two users. Both users can share. Next, Vijay can update. Vijay can update EMP table. Yes. Vijay can delete. Yes. Because you granted update and delete also. Now he can update. Suppose 7369 is there. What is the salary? 800. Let's update the salary. Update EMP set salary equals to 2000 where employee number equal to 7369. So 7369 salary is updated with what's it? 2000. One row affected. So who made the changes? Vijay. So is DBO can see the changes? Okay, na? Vijay updated. Vijay made the changes. Is DBO can see the changes? Huh? DBO can see the changes? Yes. Let's see whether he can see the changes or not. Let's select start from WhatsApp EMP. Select start from EMP. See this 7369. What the salary is? 2000. So changes made by one user visible to another user or not? Yes. Changes made by one user visible to another user. another user can see the changes. Now he can insert, he can update, he can what's it, delete, because you granted what, all the permissions. So you want to grant only Vijay is allowed to read the data, but is not allowed to insert, update and delete the data. Then what you do? Vijay is like, there is a table, department table is there. So he can read the department table data, but is not allowed to insert, update and delete the data. Then what you do? Grant what, select on department table to Vijay. So you're granting only select permission. Yes. Now Vijay can only see the data. Select star from what? Select star from department table. He can only see the data. Can he update the data? No. Let's try to update this location. So update what's it? DEPT set location equals to HYD, where department number equals to 10. So I'm updating 10th department location to HYD. So let me run this. Then what it is? Update permission was denied because he's not having permission to update. He's having permission only to select. Okay, na? Then how data sharing is possible in SQL server? How multiple users can share the data? How data sharing is possible in SQL server? With the help of grant command. Okay, now you granted permission to Vijay because he has got some work. His work with EMP table is completed. His work is completed. Okay, na? Once his work is completed, take back the permissions. You given the permission, na? Now once work completed, take back the permissions. How to take back the permissions? To take back the permissions, we use one command. What that command is? Revoke. Grant is for giving the permission and revoke is for take back the permission. So revoke what's it? Select, insert, update, delete on EMP from Vijay. So revoking permissions on EMP table from Vijay. So permissions are revoked. After revoking the permission, now can he access the table? After revoking the permissions, can he access the table? No. It is giving what, sir? Select permission was denied. Sir, okay, na? Understood? So what this is? This is what, sir? Logins. Next, users. Next, permissions. Permissions are called privileges. Permissions are called granting permissions on table. That is called privileges. You learn 3. Yes or no? Then so you learn logins, you learn what's it? Users, and you learn privileges. Okay. Then what you don't know? You don't know? Views. Sir, notes, I'll add it. Okay, na? I'll add the notes. Huh? Okay, na? I'll add the notes. Notes is there, I'll add it. How to create what? Login step. How to create users, steps to create users. How to give permissions. I'll add the notes. Okay. Now, next, what the next topic is? Next topic is database objects. What? Wait. Database objects. If you wait for 2 minutes, you'll get the answer. No. This online is asking explain views. Okay, na? Database objects. What are the various database objects? Okay. One is what's it? One is what? Tables. Another one, views. Another one, synonyms. Another one, sequences. Another one, indexes. So these are the various database objects. They are called database objects. One second. Oh, tables already completed. Okay, na? What you don't know? You don't know about what's it? Views, synonyms, sequences. But next, like after completing this, next one topic is there, programming, TSQL programming. In that, so there is something called what's it? Stored procedures. Next one, stored functions. Next one, triggers. That's it. Cursor is not object. So this will be covered in programming part, TSQL programming. But all they are called what's that? Database objects, because they are stored in database. Tables are stored in database. Synonyms are stored. Views are stored. Sequences, indexes, procedures, all these are stored in database. Okay, then we'll see one by one. So first we'll see what's it? Views. Views. Then, so what is view? What for views are created? What is view? What for views are created? Okay, na? View, and let's see. 1 second. So you see the previous example. In the previous example, have you granted the table? Grant, select, insert, update, delete, on EMP to Vijay. You granted like this, yes or no? Granted EMP table to Vijay. That means you granted whole EMP table to Vijay or not? Yes. EMP table contains some columns and rows. The whole EMP table is granted to Vijay. But what is my requirement is Vijay is not allowed to see the salaries and commissions. Okay. Vijay is not allowed to see the salaries and commissions. I want to hide the salaries and commissions. I want to hide the salaries and commissions. That means what is my requirement is I don't want to give the complete table to Vijay. I want to give specific columns and specific rows to Vijay. Sorry, sir, no. Actually, what is granted to the users? Required data. Whatever the data they require, that is only granted to the users. But they don't grant what, sir? The whole table to the users. Grant only required data instead of granting the whole table. So then what you have to do? See, like create what, sir? Create a view. create one view. In this view, include the like what Vijay is allowed to access. Vijay is allowed to see the numbers. Vijay is allowed to see the names, is allowed to see the jobs, is allowed to see the department numbers, but is not allowed to see the salaries and commissions. I want to hide the salaries and commissions for Vijay. So I create the view. In this view, I include these 4 columns. Next, what we have to do, grant what, sir? Select, insert, update, delete on V1 to Vijay. So instead of granting the table, what we are granting? We are granting view to the Vijay. So when view granted to Vijay, now Vijay can access only, he can access only this 4 columns, but he cannot see the complete table. Yes or no? Understood? So then this is the purpose of creating what, sir? Views. Okay. Then, so tell me, view provides security at what level? Row and column level. Row and column level. Okay. Then, so specific rows, we are able to grant specific rows and specific columns. Then, so what is the definition of view? A view is a view is a view is a subset of a table. A view is a subset of a table, that is part of table. A view is a subset of a table, that is part of a table. Subset means part. Subset means part. Part of the table. Yes or no? Now, this is part of the table or not? Yes, table contains 8 columns, but in view I taken 4 columns. That means it is part of the table. So a view is a subset of a table. And next, a view is a virtual table. Okay, then a view is a virtual table. Virtual means, virtual meaning not real. Imaginary means not real. Virtual means not real. A view is a virtual table. Why it is virtual table? Because it doesn't store data and doesn't occupy memory. A view is a virtual table because it doesn't store data, doesn't occupy memory, and it always derives data from base table. A view is a virtual table because it doesn't store data, doesn't occupy memory, and it always derives the data from base table. Always derives the data from base table. Like, okay, then next. So views are created. Views are created mainly for 2 reasons. One is to provide what's that? Security, and to reduce complexity. How complexity is reduced, I'll explain. We'll see both how to provide security, how to reduce complexity. But I given list now, list of objects. So views are created mainly for 2 reasons. to provide security to reduce complexity. In this list bus, two are most important in real-time projects. One is views, another one indexes. They are widely used in real-time projects. Views and indexes. This is in SQL part. Programming, this is also used. Stored procedures and what's it? Triggers. Procedures and triggers. Okay. Then, but how you provide security by creating views? Next, with the help of views, 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 what we can do? We can grant what's it? Specific, like with the help of views, what we can provide another level of security. We can provide another level of security called row in column level. Row level and column level. Okay, then so the help of views, we can provide another level of security called row in column level. So means using views, so using views, that is using what's it? Views, we can grant what? Specific rows and columns to users. Okay. Next, views are two types. Views are two types. One is what? Views are two types. One is simple views. Another one complex views. So views are two types, simple and complex views. So first we'll see simple views, next we'll see complex views and simple views. So views created on what? Views created on tables. Yes, you create the views on tables. That means views based on tables. If the view created on single table, it is called simple view. If the view based on multiple tables, it is called complex view. Okay, then so if you based on single table, if the view based on single table, then it is called simple view. If the view based on single table, then it is called simple view. If the view based on single table, it is called simple view. How to create view name. Create view name as select statement. Create view name as select statement. This is the syntax. Okay, na? Something starts with create command means it is called database object. Something starts with create command, then it is called database object. Create table. Table is created. How table is created? Create table. Create view. All these are database objects. So they are stored in database. View stored in database. Okay, now let's see. Then example. Then I want to create a view. Create view v1. Next, and as what is the requirement? You write the query like before creating the view. You should have the idea why we create the view, because I want to grant EMP table data to the user, but I don't want to give the complete table. I want to grant specific columns and rows. That's why I'm creating what's a view. Okay, na? Then what? Create view v1. Next, what data you want to grant to the view user? Number, name, job, department number. I don't want to grant salary and commission. So according to that, you write the query. What that is? Number, name, job, department number from EMP. So create this. Okay, create the view. Now create this view. Let's create this view. Who is creating? Who is creating? Huh? DBO. Who is creating the view? DBO is creating the view. Okay, na? Then, so view created. Yes. View created. Commands completed successfully means view created. After creating the view, then what happens? Like, see this. Here, SQL server creates what's it? Creates view v1, and it creates view v1, and what it stores? It stores what's it? Query. It stores query, but not query output. Don't confuse. Query output. What it stores? It stores query, but not query output. Query output means when you run the query, what is the output you'll get? Data. What is the query output? You run the query bus. When you run the query, what is the output you'll get? Okay, then once again, so I'm running this query. When you run the query, what is the output you'll get? Data. Yes. But view doesn't store the query output. Means view doesn't store data. View stores what's that? Query. View stores query. Okay. SQL server creates view v1 and stores what's that? Query, but not query output. Query output means what? Data. So view doesn't store data. That's why it is called virtual. Okay, na? Then so it stores query but not query output, means data is not stored in view. That's why we is called virtual. We is called virtual. It doesn't store data, doesn't occupy memory. Yes, but I'll run this query. Select star from v1. When I run this query, select star from v1, will it show the data or it will not show the data? Select star from v1. When I run this query, select star from v1, will it show the data or it will not show the data? It will not show the data, na? It will show or it will not show. Let's see. Select star from what? Select star from V1. So I'm running this query. Then let's see whether this query will show the data. This is showing the data or not? Yes. But what I said, view doesn't store data. When it doesn't store data, where this data is coming? View doesn't store data. Na? When it doesn't store data, where this data is coming? Then. So here actually, when you submit this query to SQL server, you submit this query to SQL server. When the above query is submitted to, when above query sent to SQL server, then submitted to SQL server, it execute the query as follows. Execute the query as follows. How it will execute the query? Select star from V1. V1 is replaced with this query. V1 is replaced with this query. Sir, okay na? Understood? Then when this query is sent to SQL server execute the query like this. Wherever you reference V1, V1 is replaced with this query. That means which query is executed? When you write select start from V1, this query is not executed. What query is executed? This is executed. Yes or no? When you run this query, this is executed. This query is executed. What this query gives? This query gives numbers, name, jobs, and department numbers. Okay, na? Then. So now how view? So it is this data, whatever data is displayed, the data is not coming from view, that is coming from EMP table. Yes or no? Just I'm giving all this just to understand view doesn't store data. Okay, then now. So that's why given like this. You see this here. We use a WhatsApp virtual because it doesn't store data, doesn't occupy memory, and it always derives data from WhatsApp base table. So whenever you run the query on view, so it derives the data from base table and show the data. Okay, na? Then next. Okay, fine. So you understand what is view, how to create the view. When you run the query on view, so like what happens? Okay, then whenever you run the query on view, this query is executed. Okay, now, but what is the purpose? Why you created this? What is the actual purpose? You want to grant EMP table data to the user Vijay. Yes, that's why you created the view. But you don't want to give the complete table. You want to grant only 4 columns. That's why you created the view. Yes. Now grant permissions on granting permissions on view to user. Granting permissions on view to the user. Granting permissions on view to the user. What? How to grant? Grant what? Who is granting? Who created? Who created? DBO. Who is granting? DBO. Grant what? Select, insert, update, delete, on V1 to Vijay. Granting permissions on view to Vijay. So after executing this command, permissions granted on view to Vijay. Okay, now then next, let's see. Then now, so grant permissions is granting permissions on view to WhatsApp Vijay. Now after granting, now Vijay can access EMP table. After granting, Vijay can access EMP table. Huh? Vijay can access EMP table. Like we can say yes, he can access EMP table. Yes, but he can't access EMP table directly. He can access EMP table through V1. Through V1. Accessing view means accessing EMP table data only, but he can't access EMP table directly. He can access EMP table through view. Through view, what he can access? Through view, he can access number, name, job, department number. Okay, na? Then now let's see. So Vijay can access, yes. Select star from WhatsApp V1. Select star from V1. He can access. He can see the data. So is view is user Vijay can update the data. Yes, Vijay can insert the data. Yes, Vijay can delete. Yes. So Vijay can insert data into EMP table through view. Vijay can update the data in EMP table through view. Vijay can delete the data from EMP table through view. If Vijay wants to perform any operations on EMP, he can perform through view. So now let's see. Let's go to WhatsApp Vijay. Now Vijay can select the data. Select star from V1. Now Vijay can insert. Vijay can update. Yes. So like Vijay wants to update this what job? What is the job? What is the job? Clear. So you want to update. Then update V1 set job equals to manager where employee number equal to 7369. Through view is updating the job. He can update. Yes, because he has got update permission now. Yes. Now if these changes are visible to Vijay, where it is updated, tell me. Where it is updated? V1. View doesn't store the data. Where it is updated? Sir, whatever commands you execute on view, that commands are actually executed on what? Table, EMP table. Sir, okay na? Whatever commands you execute on view, that commands are actually executed on table. So he executed command on view, but internally SQL server execute this command on EMP table. That means where it is updated? EMP table. Just go and check. Select star from EMP. Check whether it is updated or not. Yes, 7369. What is the job? Manager. Updated. Okay. Then. So can we update the salary? Update V1. Update V1. Set what? Salary equals to 2000, where employee number equal to 7369. Can you update the salary? Like, let me run this command. What this command gives? Error. Invalid column. Why? In view, salary is there or not there? Not there. Salary is not included in view. What is included in view? Number, name, job, department number. So he cannot update only that column. So he cannot update what's our salary. Understood? Then next. So if you want, we can update then update it. Next one. Salary, updating salary. What is this command gives error? So if you want, you can delete also. Can you delete the? Yes. That. So this is what like purpose. Giving the permission to users for accessing data through WhatsApp views. They're not allowed to access tables directly. They're allowed to access the tables through views. So this provides WhatsApp security. Okay, now that. And but what if this is in this example? What type of security you provided? Column level security, granting specific columns. I want to provide row level security. Then I want to provide what's it? Row level security means granting what specific rows. Then what you do? Say create view. What's it? V2 as select what number, name, job, department number from EMP where department number equals to 20. Suppose user is allowed to see only the employees belongs to 20th department. He is not allowed to access all the employees data. He is allowed to access only the employees belongs to 20th department. He is allowed to access only the employees belongs to 20th department. So he is not allowed to access all the employees data, allowed to access only the employees belongs to 20th department. Now let's create view created. View created. And next what you do? What you do? Grant. Grant. What's it? Select, insert, update. Next one. Delete on V2 to Vijay. But not compulsory that all, but it according to the requirement. Then, so granted. Permissions granted on V2 Vijay. Now Vijay can through view, Vijay can see only through view, Vijay can see only employees belongs to 20th department. He cannot access complete employee data. He can access only employees belongs to 20th department. So this is row level security. Yes or no? Next, grant, select, insert, update, delete on V2 to Vijay. Okay, then now that's all. This is what, like, one is column level, another one row level. So providing security and row in column level, allowing the user to access specific columns and specific rows, not the complete table. Yes or no? Okay. And in these two examples, what the view is called? In these two examples, what the view is called? Simple view. What the view is called? Simple view. Because this view is based on how many tables? One table, simple view. Next, what the next one is? Complex view. Complex view. When the view is called complex view, okay, then so a view set to be complex view, one, a view set to be complex view if based on what's it? Multiple tables. If query contains group by class, aggregate functions, distinct class, okay, aggregate functions, distinct class, set operators, subqueries, then it is called complex view. So if it is based on multiple tables, if query contains group by, aggregate, distinct, set operators, subqueries, then view is called complex view. Okay. Then next, let's see. Oh, see this here. Like, what is the requirement? Just listen this. Suppose here one, like, there is a front end application, like let's say .NET application. Okay, na? .NET application. So one is developing some application, .NET application, and for his application he wants some data. For his application he wants some data, but data is not there in .NET. Data is there in what's that? SQL Server database. Whatever the data he requires, the data is there in SQL Server database, but it's not there in one table. It is there in what's that? 10 tables. Whatever the data he requires, it is there in 10 tables. Then what he has to do? So he wants this data from for his application. Then what he has to do? He has to get the data from 10 tables. He has to use the data for his application. But to get the data from 10 tables, he has to write join query. Yes or no? To get the data from multiple tables, they have to write join query. But actually, to write join query, he must know which two tables he can join, what type of join. If it is inner join, what is the common field? If it is outer join, left outer, right outer, full outer. Okay, na? He must know all this. Then he can be able to write query. But we can't expect .NET developer to know all this, because he's expert in .NET, but he's not expert in database. He can write simple queries, but he can't write complex queries. But here the query is what, sir? Complex. Then what he will do? He'll contact what, sir? SQL server developer. He contact SQL server developer. But SQL server developer can write the query. Yes, because he is expert in writing queries. He can write the query. So what he will do? He'll write the query, select whatever he want, star or from how many tables? 10 tables. So table 1, next one, what's that? Inner join, next table 2, next one, on condition, next inner join. Okay, table 3, next one, on condition. He'll write the query. 10 tables or 20 tables, whatever, he'll write the query because he is expert in writing queries. And not only he will write the query, on top of this query, he creates what, sir? View. He'll write the query. On top of this query, creates what, sir? View. And this view given to what, sir? This view given to .NET developer, and ask .NET developer, whenever you want data from 10 tables, simply run this query, select star from what? CV1. Sir, understood na? So he'll create the view, this view given to .NET developer, and ask .NET developer to get data from 10 tables, simply run this query, select star from CV1. When you run this query, select star from CV1, what query is executed? When you run this query, what is executed? This query is executed. Yes or no? What is this query returns? This query returns data from 10 tables. So the .NET developer will get the data from 10 tables or not? Yes. Now he's able to get data from 10 tables without writing the complex query. Yes or no? So in the beginning, I given two purpose of creating what, sir? Views. One is to provide security. You know this already. How to provide security, row level and column level. And how to reduce complexity. With the help of views, complex queries can be converted into simple queries. With the help of views, complex queries are converted into simple queries, which is useful for front-end developers, non-database developers. This feature is useful for non-database developers who are not expert in writing queries. Then, now let's see. Like with the help of views, otherwise using views, complex queries can be converted into simple queries. Using views, complex queries can be converted into simple queries. Example, okay, how means create view CV1 as, but I'm not, I'll take two tables. What are the two tables? E dot, okay na, number, E dot, E name, E dot, salary. D dot department number, D dot D name, D dot location. From EMPE, next what's it? Inner join department D on E dot department number equals to D dot department number. Okay, then. So create this first. Okay, na? Then now after creating the view, then what? after creating what's a view. So after creating view, whenever we want data from EMP and department tables, then whenever we want data from EMP and department tables, then whenever you want data from EMP and department tables, instead of writing the join query, then instead of what writing join query, write the simple query. Write the simple query as follows. What is the simple query? What is the simple query? Select star from CV1. That's all. Yes or no? When you run select star from CV1, what is executed? This query is executed. So indirectly, what is this is giving a name to the query. Giving a name to the query and using that name in another query. Giving a name to the query and using that name in another query. What is the name given to this query? CV1. And use this CV1 in another query. When you run the query on CV1, this query is executed. Understood? No. So first create, and this view is called complex view because it's based on what's that? Two tables. It's based on two tables, and this view is called complex view. Now see the table. Select star from what's that? CV1. When you run this query, select star from CV1. You're getting the data from EMP and what's that? Department tables. Yes or no? So without writing the complex join query, so you can write the simple query. So reduces complexity or not? Yes. Okay, then now. So this is one example. Okay, next. So if you want, for example, then one user wants one, like one front-end developer, he wants department wise summary. One front-end developer wants what's that? Department wise summary. Department wise summary means department wise minimum salary, maximum salary, total salary, number of employees. He wants that summary, but he can't because he doesn't know group by, how to use group by. Okay, he doesn't know all this. Then that's why he'll contact what's that? SQL server developer. SQL server developer will write the query. What that is? And also he creates what's that? View CV2 as how to get department wise. How to get the department wise total salary. First of all, tell me what is the query to get department wise total salary? Select what's that? Sala. Summary I'm asking. I'm not asking salaries. Min sal, max sal, total sal, number of employees. That is what I want. Then department number, then min of sal, next max of salary, next what? Sum of salary, next counts are from EMP group by department number. Now you'll get department wise summary. Yes or no? But give some 1 second as what's that? Min sal, next one as max sal, next one what's that? As total sal, as count. Yes, but he's not asking department number, he's asking department names, because he doesn't know what is 10th is, what is 20 is, what is 30 is. Instead of showing department number, show the department name. Then department name you want, then department names are there in department table na. Then what, don't show department number, show the department name. Then department name belongs to which table? Department table. You want data from two tables, then you have to join these two tables or not? Yes. Then what? Inner join, inner join. Then here use d dot, d dot d name. Next here what's it? E dot salary. Next here also E dot salary. Here also E dot salary. This is count star. Okay na? Group by what's it? D dot d name. Group by d dot d name. Next you have to give the join condition na. What is the on? E dot department number equals to d dot department number. So run this. Now you are getting what's that? Department name, department wise, but you are giving department name na. Yes or no? Okay na? Then so what is this is department wise summary. One front end developer wants department wise summary, but he can't write this query. Then this query is written by SQL server developer, and he creates what's that? View. Based on this query, he creates what's that? View. He creates a view. Then and this view given to front end developer. Next, after creating the view, whenever you want department wise summary, whenever we want what? Department wise summary, then execute the following query. What is that query? Select star from CV2. That's all. When CV2 is executed, this query is executed. This query gives department wise summary. Okay. Then okay. Then So create this view created. After creating the view, now run this, select start from what, CV2, then you'll get what's that, department wise summary. Okay, now then, okay, this view is called complex view. Okay, so we'll continue this tomorrow.